Hello guys, it's Ngoni on the bridge. Welcome to your channel. I've had a few questions from a few people who have been asking me about how to set up a medical facility in Zimbabwe. And I know during our first episode, we did promise that we'll be walking you through the journey that we have walked with Ketash Renal Center, setting it up and running it until this day. So we will be doing that in the next episodes. So you have decided to set up a medical facility, a medical clinic, a pharmacy, a pathology laboratory, a diagnostic center. That is a noble thing, and God knows our country needs it. The health facilities of our country leave a lot to be desired, and I'm glad that those who have been in the diaspora, they've risen through the ranks. Those who are in the medical field, some are actually directors of bigger institutions in the countries that they've settled in, and how great it will be for some of them or some of us to transfer the technology back, the expertise back, to give back to our community, our Zimbabwean kith and kin, so that our health facilities will improve. It is important that you realize that behind what you're doing, what you're trying to set up, are genuinely ill people who are struggling with a condition, who are struggling with a disease, who are looking up to you, up to your facility, to provide that much needed help. It can be very challenging at times depending on what facility you have set up. In some facilities you don't need to see the patient, you are just behind the scenes. But for those where you actually have to see the patients, you have, there is a burden that you carry as the owner of a facility. Sometimes you are called upon to make decisions that no human being should be asked to make, but you have to make it because that's how the nature of the business is. I believe setting up a health facility is more of a calling rather than a business venture. Not that you don't make a living out of setting up a health facility, but there is more behind it, and there is a heart that you must have in order to set up a medical facility, because once you have started, it's not something that you can just switch off and say, I'm done with this, because remember, you're carrying people's lives with you. So it is a decision that you cannot take lightly. Sometimes you have to be paid through medical aid societies, and sometimes they are not catching up quick enough as the Zim dollar depreciates. But that is the name of the game, and that's something that you should be aware of as you are dealing with health matters. You are also dealing with life and death situations, and it so happens that sometimes you end up losing patients, and I cannot tell you how heavily it weighs on you. The questions you ask yourself: have I done enough to keep this person alive, this patient alive? Have I made any errors? Have my staff made any errors? But this is the way of life. But it does still weigh heavily on you. So it is something that you need to be aware of. Not that I want to paint a grim picture of the situation. It is rewarding. It is quite rewarding when you get that patient who comes and says, I'm feeling much better. Sometimes they don't need to come to you. Sometimes, you just see that they're walking today. They're not on the wheelchair today. They're smiling today, and they look well today. This is what keeps my wife and I, wanting to keep Ketash Renal Center running. That one patient you see doing well, that one patient you see that their life is improved. So guys, it is something that I would urge those who have got the expertise to come and do it. Do it in groups, do it in, in partnerships, do it as individuals. For those who are starting up and those who are thinking of starting up and don't know where to start, please ring us. And that's why the bridge is there, to walk you through it, to help you through the situations that you come across. So it is something that we can help with. So until next time, guys, it's Ngoni signing off. Bye-bye.